Hi everyone. Do you know what the number one free gift from God is that you can't live without? So, if I ask you, what talents do you have? You probably would answer me with, I don't know, or I'm not really sure, or I don't have any talents or many talents. Most of the time when I'm coaching people, it's one of the first things I ask them. So when we dig them out in a coaching session, people are amazed that they had so many talents. Most people are not using their born talents for their purpose. Isn't that strange? Talents and purpose are connected because it's your talents that actually drive your purpose. So when you realize what you're really good at and love doing, you'll find your talents, or you'll find your talents first, and it will lead you to your purpose. That's how they are interconnected. Don't underestimate your abilities, your worth, your value, that you innately have to offer to the world. If you take a session with me, you'll probably discover about 20 to 30 talents that are within you, that you automatically use every day when you need them or don't even give it a second thought. That's great because you are endowed with gifts that you are made of you. And the you of you is made up of uniqueness that cannot be compared or duplicated. In other words, you're not in competition with anyone except yourself. Never compare yourself. It's not necessary. You are unique. Go with that, and you won't have to compare yourself ever again, and you will have natural confidence. Personal attributes should be respected and shared automatically so that one would want to share their abilities to benefit others in need, or a friend or family member, anyone, whether it would be physical, psychological, or spiritual. All are connected. Our talents should be developed and improved over time with the intent to benefit society or community. In Scripture, there is a parable that illustrates this concept, where the master expects his servants to use the talents given to them, regardless of the kind of talent or amount which was received by each servant. One servant buries his talents and keeps them hidden, never using them for any benefit for others or even himself. And so the parable applies to the talents given to us by God. We should be in gratitude for what we have received, who we are, and what we have to receive to share. They are not earned, they are gifts. These talents or gifts of our personal abilities are the vehicles to opportunities and bringing about the greater good for all. This happens if we stay in sync with our purpose, in what God calls us to do, and with His profound will for us. This may shock you or surprise you, but our gifts or our talents are not given to us for ourselves or for self-glory. For example, using your talents only for the purpose of self-ego, or like gaining power, money, material possessions, a position, or control, you will not find happiness for very long in taking that course or that path, I assure you. It is not sustaining. You will always be searching for something else, something greater, something more. You are simply wasting precious time. However, if you find unbelievable joy and happiness in giving and sharing your talents and for the benefit of others, this is a gift within itself. To be continuously joyful because you are contributing and giving your value to others, even if you are getting paid for it in order to survive in your life. If your intention is to benefit society or the community, it doesn't matter that you are paid because you have to live. But the idea is not to take advantage of people, but to serve them in the best way you can. And whenever possible, to give your talent freely without payment to others who do not have the means to benefit in what you have to offer, that is a great and noble deed to do as well. Our lives are not without purpose, everyone. Our lives are deliberate, and each person has a unique calling to serve. If you ignore that calling and purpose, you may have regrets along with loneliness and continual restlessness all through your life. Even though we all as humans experience loneliness and restlessness in periods during our lives, people who live only for themselves will never find relief from searching in something that doesn't exist. Only true happiness and joy are felt in purpose that comes in sharing and helping each other. The next question is, how do I know what my talents and abilities are? After having worked with so many individuals, I truly believe that we innately know our value we have to offer without becoming prideful, arrogant, or even self-serving. The human instinct is to share and help someone else other than ourselves. So, how do we know our talents? People ask me this question all the time. But when I turn the question around on them by asking, what are you good at? And what do you enjoy doing the most? They answer with many, many different skills and innate talents and abilities that when they review their list, they're stunned. I think the only person who is not amazed is me, because I see talents in every person that I coach or counsel or even meet, and they may not even acknowledge them for thinking that's just me. Because I know each one of us is created very uniquely and has innate talents given to us by God when we are born or even before we are born, because He knows us by our name before we are even formed. So, the very first exercise I give to people is, please list for me all the things that you feel that you are good at doing. Examples of that are as simple as being a good listener. That is a skill. Giving someone support at a time when they need support is a skill, and very kind to do so. You get the idea. Both soft and hard skills are acceptable and extremely useful in all areas of life. Do not underestimate what you are personally capable of doing for yourself, someone else, the community, society, and the world, the whole world, and the most vulnerable. You will be surprised how your contribution is passed along, and no telling how far it may travel or to whom. We are talking about now introspection that I mentioned earlier in this video. Going inside ourselves with truth, authenticity, and honesty is crucial to what you find and act upon. How you transmit it will have tremendous outcomes if it is good. What I mean by good is that if it is positive and it is not harmful, I believe that most people in the world are good and want to do good. We see this every day from one another in some kind of context. Appreciate it when it comes to you or you are the recipient. Knowing the talents that you have been given is a very personal introspection. It calls for being realistic and humble in the process of looking inside of you. Any prideful or arrogant thoughts of being better than others, for example, actually damages the thought process and makes it into something else other than what you are and what you want to accomplish from the exercise. In introspection, we will recognize some patterns that are common to us Yet, we have learned from interactions and behavior traits that are used with others that have brought us gratifying encounters in everyday life, work, and some activities we engage in regularly. These are the results of actions that each person has. They have an opportunity to contribute to society with their own personal impact. What a great feeling that is. It also helps us to realize how much we need each other, how much we are alike in so many ways. Realizing our talents also frees us from ourselves. It makes us more compassionate and loving towards others in experiencing their problems and needs. And as I said before, it is a gift, I believe, to receive the feeling of satisfaction and pleasure of service to others within our communities, family, friends, and work. In your introspection process, it might take some help to tap into and develop our talents further. We tend to think of our talents as natural and normal, as this is me, or this is what I do. This is not wrong, but we want to grow and expand our talents if possible. So, self-awareness is good, but not to be assessed for the wrong reasons, like pride or for power. We tend to look at our weaknesses, not our strengths. Again, removing the pride, and with humility, we should look to how can I be of more service to each other. Concluding, talents are a gift from God, the higher power, if you want to call him that. They are given to us. Why would we want to waste them? Not only do we receive the gift of our talents, but we receive tremendous satisfaction from using them, and that is a gift in itself, as I said before. We are life made from the image of God, and he has bestowed on us our individuality and our uniqueness with his gift of our unique talents, drawn from our experiences and personal interests. How beautiful is that? If we are not good navigators of everything we have been given, there will be a void within ourselves and in our world because we don't have your input. I'm Catherine Barron, a career, business, leadership, relationship, growth mindset, wellness, and spiritual coach. If I can be of any help to you, please schedule a free consultation on my website calendar at catherinebarron.com/contact, and let's chat about you. Thank you, and take care of yourself and others.